everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to another episode of Amps in the Axe FX3. Today we are checking out a small but mighty amp called the Swart Atomic Space Tone. Guys, if this is your first time here or if you've been here before, guys, make sure you are subscribed. We do lots of cool stuff here. We do gear reviews, amp reviews, and I do giveaways, and I don't want you to miss any of that. So, without further ado, let's jump into the Swart Atomic Space Tone and check it out. So the Swart Atomic Space Tone is a very small amp. It's called the nuclear tone in the Axe FX itself. And it's based off of a Gibson Scout, but it's kind of like a Gibson Scout made cool, because the Gibson Scout itself is kind of boring, to be honest with you. But this one's the Space Tone is so cool. It has a built-in reverb and a built-in tremolo that interacts with the bias of the amp. Keep that in mind because I'm going to show you that a little later on. I traded from 18 to 22 watts at 6v6 tubes, and has a low and high output. By the way, this is the X amp guide. I'll put in the description down below if you would like to check that out and read up some more. This guide's awesome. As the X says, the amp is gorgeous. It does look really cool. It's nice and tiny. So you have all of the reverb and the tremolo effects right on the front of it. It's a very simple amp at heart, but it's really cool. The Yek has some tips on how to dial in. Let's see, tone pack. Where is it? It must be down here. Yeah, right here. It is a model of a gem. The Rim collection combines the characters of a tweet and a vox in the solo sessions, drifting away. Don't forget to turn a tremolo in the amp block. I'll show you where it says in the amp block itself. It's kind of moved around since he wrote this guide. So the depth at 100, which you definitely need to do that. He sets the input drive around 4 for a clean tone with a bod, treble, and yeah, remember this is a tone control is around 4. So, and speaker-wise, I'm going to show you two different speakers. I'm going to show you the official one that we have in the Axe FX. I'm going to show you one that I actually use a lot. So let's load it up right here. And since we're on the topic of IRs, the very first thing I'm going to do, this is my settings. This is going to be for the clean tone. It's kind of a clean tone, a little light breakup. I'm using my Anderson Cobra with an HC1 in the neck, HC3 in your bridge. Those are Anderson pickups. I'm going to show you what it sounds like on the Nuclear Tone official 112 IR. That is what it sounds like with the 112. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this IR. One, because I don't really like 112 IRs. They just sound very muffled and very like trapped is the best way I can describe it. This was the best one that I found with the 57B when I auditioned them. The one that I'm going to be using for a majority of the review is the ML Mega Green 57C. This is some of the best Celestian greenbacks in the world, and they're inside of a Mesa oversized 412. It's a very unique sound, and I love this for like clean / like light gain stuff. It sounds fantastic to me. I know in the past I've used this on other amps that I've done on amps of the Axe FX3, and people got mad because they said that, you know, this is not a cab that goes with the amp. Well, this is the Axe FX, and you can put any cab with any amp, and that's the beauty of it. And the key here is to get good tones, and I really like ML Mega Green, so that is why I'm using it. So, mini rant aside, I'm going to start off with some cleaner tones, I should say. I'll cycle the different pickups, pickup positions, excuse me, on my Anderson. I'm going to go to the bridge series, bridge parallel, parallel middle, parallel neck, and then full neck. It's in series. It's a little bit unique to this guitar with the parallel and series positions. Going to show you that. A few more housekeeping things. Sorry I'm talking so much. I didn't EQ this at all. No EQ. Pretty much dialed everything from Authentic. And we're going to check out some stuff in the power supply section in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a little clean tone right here. Then we'll talk a little bit. And then we'll go into the more distortion type stuff. Okay, so clean tone. tone wise, this amp is okay. This is not where it excels. Where it excels is when you crank up the input drive a little bit. I find it kind of gets sweet for me right on 6. I put the tone knob on 6. It's pretty much like a treble. I just have it like on 6. That is just where I like it at. So I'm going to do the same exact thing. Go from bridge to neck, cycling in different pickup positions. This is where this amp for me shines, specifically when I use my parallel bridge position. I think it sounds really great. And then let's actually, let's put a little bit more juice on. Let's go about right here. I mean, it does get a little bit bassy and a little bit more mid the more you turn it up, but I think it sounds really great. Like, if you're looking for, like, some, like, I don't say edge of breakup, but, you know, you're looking for, like, some light distortion, some kind of like classic rock type stuff, or something in that vein, it sounds really good for it. And it's super simple, and it sounds really good. It's amazing that such a small amp can sound so good. I'm really glad that it's in here. Now, remember I was hinting earlier about the little kind of special secret? Yes. The tremolo is actually modeled in the Axe-Fx itself. So it is tied to the bias of the amp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on. So we put the depth at 100, and I'm going to put it right here. I think it sounds better, like around 2 hertz. Is that 2000 hertz? Watch. I'll show you. See, this tremolo sounds really great. I'm really glad that Cliff modeled this because it sounds really, really tight. Really cool. I love it. It sounds cool. Now, like I said before, in the original amp, the original amp, it's tied to the bias. So, see, right now, the default grid bias is at 1. But let's watch. I'll leave it at 1, and then I'm going to chop it back, and I'm going to mess with it so you can actually hear what it sounds. And as you can see, it sounds really cool. You can get some really cool sounds out of it playing with it like this. So I find that when you turn the grid bias like is at 1, it sounds kind of compressed, and the more you back it off, it kind of opens up on a little bit. And you may be asking yourself, okay, well, why would I want to use the built-in modeled tremolo as opposed to using an effects? I mean, you can, but I just find it really cool that something like this small has a lot of cool stuff like built right in it. It's really cool. I really do like it. It's really cool. What did I want to do? Let's crank it a little bit since we still got the tremolo going on. Let's see what that sounds like. And when you have the hertz, kind of like around 2000, it's not that great for like single note stuff, but the higher you get, the better it is. I can play with it all day. Like the tremolo being in here is so cool. That is gonna be pretty much it for the Swart Atomic Space Tone. It's a very tiny amp, but it's a very cool amp. You can do a lot of cool stuff on it. It sounds really good for only having 2 knobs. I mean, if you match a good IR with it that you're familiar with, you can get some sweet tones out of it. I love the tremolo that's built into it. You can get a variety of different sounds, and it's really cool. And I'm glad it's in the Axe because it's not an amp that I would seek out on my own if I was just kind of like, okay, so in real life, I didn't even know this existed until I saw it in the Axe, until I started doing this series and individually going through and checking out all of the amps. I'm just, for someone like me who comes from more of a like high gain metal type of background, amps like these kind of aren't on my radar, but I'm really glad I found it. It's really cool. I'm gonna see if I can kind of use it on my EP maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll keep it in the back of my head. It's cool. It's a cool boutique amp. It's really nice. I think a lot of guys out there who kind of want like a Vox Tweed type of tone, but they're tired of like using the Fender, or they don't want to use the matchless. You know, they want something a little different. This is absolutely perfect for it. Guys, if you thought this video was cool, leave me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this episode of Amps of the Axe 3. Coming up on the next episode, we are going to be getting into some Dumble stuff. As you can see, we have a lot of cool stuff. Come on, wait, go off. Yeah, so we have the Dumbles, the ODS Dumbles. We have 6 of them that we're going to be checking out. Dumbles were kind of made specifically for the person who was ordering it. So the Robin Ford, I think I said that right. The Robin Ford ones are going to be a little bit different from the HRMs. But we're going to go all over that. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Amps of the Axe 3. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Check you in the next one. Peace.